Hello and welcome to the third round of the Virtual V8 Supercars 2012 Championship, as presented by TouringProSeries and supported by Race Department and Inside Sim Racing. And the pole position here was taken by a sparkling lap by Toby Davis, 117.617, 63 lap race here today around the 2 mile Adelaide Street Circuit, and there is the confirmation of the grid. Davis on pole position, alongside him is Jesper Torborg, his teammate. Third place, another great qualifying there for Corey Slade. Fourth place, reigning champion Florian Strauss. Fifth place, directly in behind his teammate Simon Ripper. Sixth place, once again, Petter Karsa flying the flag for Torrent Motorsport. Seventh place, Danny Asbury. Eighth place, teammate to reigning champion and last year's runner-up Tobias Schlemo. And ninth place, directly behind another teammate again, is Tom Ailey. And right at the top 10 was Francisco Villa. Here we are now at the start of the race, and the lights go green, and away we go. And it looks like a great start there from Jesper Torborg. It's usually Torborg gets the poor start, and Davis the better start, but it seems to be opposite here. But Torborg's gone wide at the first corner. He's gone far too deep, and Davis has gone straight through back again as the field streams through. Turns 1, 2 and 3 now down towards turn 4 on board with Davis looking at Torborg and Strauss. And Strauss going around the outside of Jesper Torborg into turn 5 they come, and Strauss has the position. Torborg back to third. So that great start has counted for nothing, and Davis is already opening up a gap here as he gone through turn 6. Great shot here as the cars come streaming through. Plenty of action mid-pack. There is Loeffler just hitting the curve very hard on the opening lap. Down towards the chicane they come, and there's Schroten, and Jump's gone far too deep. Oh, and Schroten's hit Bruding. Bruding's hit Madizewski, and Madizewski back across the track. Contact everywhere. People trying to nip through. There's Bacalo nipping through, I think that was. Very neatly indeed. Schroten delayed. Madizewski as well. Both those qualified right at the back of the grid. So, and they're back there again after a decent start as the field streams through the opening couple of turns on the second lap. Now there is Davila having a look at Orban, and there's Bacalo down the inside of Lennon. And Bacalo looks like he's got it done. Yes, he has. So Bacale, oh no, Lennon dives back down the inside again at turn 11 and has position back again. So Scott's driver fighting off the Croatian driver. Here's Schroten diving down the inside of Madizewski. They had contact, well, indirect contact, of course, earlier last lap at the hairpin, and now Schroten has gone through. Schroten's debut in Division 1 for this season. Madizewski is trying to come back at him. Oh, Schroten's gone onto the grass under braking and lost it. The car come back across the track and demolished his car against the wall. Also demolished Madizewski's car also. Oh, what an unfortunate incident there. And Madizewski twice indirectly taken out by Roy Schroten. He will not be on his Christmas card list. Here is Davila down the inside of Orban, and Leonard trying to make it 3 wide at turn 4. He can't do that there. Now at turn 5, still around the outside Davila. He now has the inside for turn 6. And Davila trying to squeeze through. He's had a very, very poor qualifying and trying to fight back through the field, and he's doing so. And finally, after several turns of side-by-side action, he's through. And there is the gap now. Bracalo very wide at turn 8. And Dean's going to take advantage of that, and so is Nicky Defray. Sousa Ferreira there also as well. Bracalo's getting it from left, right and centre. Defray goes deep. Ferreira's through. Ruding's trying to go through also. Bracalo loses 3 positions with that one mistake. Now here is Adrian Holm, who almost won on his debut. Oh, Adrian Holm, he's landed all 4 wheels. Got away with that big time as he reverses around the corner. Great recovery there from Adrian Holm, but he got away with that. Springs won't be working very well on that car, and I'm sure he's got a sore back, but I think he'll be very thankful he got away with that so much. There goes Matizewski through, and Holm rejoins. So another poor start to the race for him after the incident at Barbagallo as well. Here's De Grief and Danny Asbury. Asbury going defensive. De Grief trying to go around the outside as a result. Asbury's gone deep. De Grief dives over the curb, touches the 8R not turned driver, and De Grief is through. So De Grief is up that position. Applied the pressure and created the mistake. Now Asbury is dropping back through the pack. He qualified 7th, of course. He's now going to lose 11th place. Butcher is going to go through, and Butcher is through at turn 8. Now here's a slow motion shot of Lennon on the curb, almost into Matej Orban. Oh, and Dean goes underneath the Scotsman. Orban is slowed up also. Sideways there is Nicky Defray. Somehow, it didn't all come to grief. Now here's VR and Tom Ailey on board with VR. Looking at VR down the inside he comes. One of the favourite moves you do at this track, Adelaide. down the inside. VR forces his way through. Great move there. Very assertive. See the spectacular shot here at turn 8. Here is Levesque. Another poor qualifying from Levesque, even poorer than at Barbagallo. He slipped through now on Eric Stranic. Now is Loeffler going very, very deep at turn 4. It's really easy to do. And Johnson's trying to take advantage. Johnson's going to take advantage. Those are the stakes in the Virtual V8 Supercars Championship. We make one mistake and somebody is through. Great shot there at turn 13. Oh no! Loeffler, after losing that position to Johnson, has made a mistake, broken too late into the final turn and shoved Johnson off. Johnson recovers. He's lost 6 or 7 positions. Recovers right in behind Gary Lennon, who's still fighting with Matty Orban. This is a very entertaining battle. Lap 9 of 63. Lennon's back behind, well, still behind, of course, Matty Orban. Last time he tried to go through, he went sideways on the curb. This time he went sideways into, in a very different sense, into the corner and chopped off the front of Matty Orban. That's an effective pass in the end. Oh, and Orban has made a mistake out of turn 5 and crushed his car against the wall. There's a puncher, it looks like, as well, on that left front. Orban is having a good run up until that point, but that's ruined his afternoon. It's going to be a long race here for him. With 54 laps to recover that, of course, though. Now on board with Ruskus, looking at Loeffler. There's Levesque in the infield, doing all kinds of things. And Loeffler also as well doing all kinds of things. Of course, Loeffler's got damage, look at that. He's got big damage, and he's going to lose positions hand over fist here as McGregor tries to challenge him also. Loeffler just about managed to get the car through turns 1, 2 and 3. He'll just be hanging on until these pit stops. Nicky Defray now. And Bruno Salvatore Ferreira on Nicky Defray. Just gives the wall a little bit of a love tap. Bracalo squeezes through, makes sure that Defray couldn't get back in line. Rudy desperately squeezing the power and trying to do the same. Not able to do so though. Here is McGregor and Loeffler. Still hard in battle. Loeffler again, he's struggling at turn 13 into turn 14. McGregor shoves his way down the inside. There was a V8 Supercar size gap there, and McGregor made sure he took advantage of it. Those two, of course, came in contact at Barbagallo, don't forget. The front 5 or so. Oh, VR! Oh, beautiful stunt move there from Francisco VR. Managed to get the car going again. He's going to lose 2 positions, it looks like. Now here is Davilar. He's the next person to take advantage of Loeffler's troubles. And there is Loeffler making that mistake once again. Now here is Johnson. That's how much time Loeffler's losing. Johnson's got back with them. Davilar almost made a big mistake at turn 4. It comes back across the track as he puts the power on. Loeffler's dived down the inside. Johnson's in there. Lennon's going down the inside of Johnson. Now Johnson has the inside on Lennon. Side by side, they still are great driving here from both of them. On board with Davilar, looking at Johnson and Lennon. Lennon takes advantage of Johnson's mistake coming out of the corner. Now on board, back on board with Davilar. Davilar down the inside of Loeffler. He's going to have the overlap. He's going to have enough of an overlap heading into turn 8. And Loeffler has to concede the position. Look how much Johnson gains on Loeffler as well. He's got back past Lennon. And somehow Loeffler managed to hold on to that position as Johnson tried to defend from Gary Lennon. Perhaps a bit too conservative there. Here is Asbury now under attack from Ruskus. And Ruskus has a great run through turn 8. Asbury gives the wall a bit of a rub. Bit of a rub down. An exfoliation technique there on the wall. He's lost a position to McGregor also. And now he's going to lose position to Yunt as well, it seems like to me. Asbury is struggling very, very badly here. After a very strong showing at Melbourne. A very strong showing in qualifying at Barbagallo. Of course, that start grid problem he had there. Here's Loeffler again on the grass at turn 13 and 14. Gets it sideways off the corner. And that shoves Johnson towards the wall, and Lennon takes advantage. Thank you very much, boys. I'll take those 2 positions and get on with my race. Back up board with Johnson now. This action is non-stop. Lap 15 is 63 only. And Johnson right in behind Andres Loeffler. Loeffler just lets him go through. Obviously, he's had enough of struggling with that car, struggling to hold people back, and obviously he felt a little bit bad about his mistake pushing Johnson towards the wall. I'm sure Johnson didn't feel very good about it either. Lap 16 to 63. Strauss has caught back up to Davis. Davis did have a 2 to 3 second lead at one point during the race, but Strauss has caught back up and Torborg has followed him. Now here's Chris Butcher. Oh, he's hit the wall. He's hit the wall at turn 4. He's clipped it, and that's destroyed his car. There's a puncture, it looks like to me also, and he's ripped the front of his car, reversing back away from Eric Strani and the rest of the field. Oh, now he's beached it. Now he's beached it. He's trying to get going. Has to wait for the field to come through, of course. There goes Asbury. There goes Davila. Here comes Lennon. Here comes Johnson. He can't get going. He can't get going before the other drivers get here. Look at all those positions he's lost. Hand over fist. And Butcher finally rejoins. It's not just the accident damage that's caused him time, but the recovery period also as well. Lost at least a minute, in all of that action. And now here is this gaggle of cars. There's Bracalo behind Ferreira. Ruding leading De Frey and Loeffler. There is Dean and Hulme involved also. Oh, and lots of people having trouble with these cars as the tyres begin to wear. Towards the end of the stint we are now, lap 18. Lap 21 is when people who were looking to pit around about that time. Now Strauss trying to go around the outside of Toby Davis for the lead. It's sideways on the curb. He knows the inside though for turn 10 and 11. And he's through. He's through. Bit of contact, but the German is through. Both sideways on the exit, and Strauss just about managed to catch the car before Davis collected him up and sent him into the wall. Strauss leads. Now here is Ripper and Carter. Ripper having a great run at the start of this race. It's the battle for 4th position. Corey Slater's pitted from 4th position, so this is the battle for 5th position net at the moment. And Carter is still around the outside of Simon Ripper. Both give each other plenty of room. Very gentlemanly indeed. And Schlemo's saying, thank you very much, boys. I'll close that 2-second gap I had a second ago. And I'll fight with you boys. But through turn 8 they come, and Ripper looking very aggressive over the curb on the inside. Going to try and come down the inside of Carter into turn 9. The classic Adelaide move. And he makes it stick just about, squeezing the power on that car. Not reacting well as the tyres begin to go off. Oh, he's on the grass as well, exiting turn 11 into 12 into 13 and loses the position once more. So all that hard work he made at turn 8 has just all been given away. Now here's Bracalo and Ruding, and Bracalo just moves aside and Ruding says thank you very much, I'll have that position, Ilya. Now here's Davis and Torborg. Strauss has cleared off up the road. Look, over a second lead he's got, and Torborg needs to get past Toby Davis as he struggles with his tyre wear, and Davis gives plenty of room to his teammate and lets Jesper go through as they head towards the first set of pit stops. Here is Ripper and Schlemo now. Ripper is dropping back, looks like his tyre's gone off a little bit more than the guys around him, and Schlemo's gone through at turn 5. Into the pits they come though. These are the two leaders, Torborg and Strauss, and Torborg has made a gain there, definitely contact in fact, with the back of Strauss going into the pits, right in behind Florian Strauss as they come up towards their pit bays, and Strauss stops. Torborg stops, sorry. Now Strauss is stopping there. He is further up the pit lane. It's going to be a race in pit lane. Here is Petter Carter also pitting as well in between these two. There's Ripper in the background as well, and De Grief. But Torborg is leaving now. He's going to beat Strauss out. No, he's not! Strauss just about gets going. It's neck and neck as they come out of the pits. Towards the control line they come. Away from the pits they go. And it's side by side. Start the line is Slade. Slade's going to come through and take the lead. He pitted early and undercut's taking it. Strauss down the inside. Strauss hits the tyres. Goes sideways. Hits the side of Torborg. Torborg takes second. But Torborg has taken second. 4th place there is Toby Davis. He's made a gain as well. But Slade leads. Slade leads. The undercut working well for him. But his tyres will be in much worse condition towards the end of this stint than the guys around him. Torborg's diving down the inside. Looks like an ambitious move to me. And it is, because Slade's gone straight back through again. Slade straight back through. And now here is the top 4. All very close together indeed. Strauss down the inside of Torborg. He's taking advantage of the fact that Torborg's been held up by Slade. And now Davis down the inside of Torborg. Will Torborg fight it back? He will. Goes down the inside now for turn 6 and into turn 7. Davis gives him room. Now Strauss's turn to have a go at Corey Slade for the lead of this race. Back for 12th position. Here is Levesque, Clio Euro Series champion. Season 2. Oh, Levesque just lets Davila go through. Not quite sure what happened there. Perhaps he just felt that Davila had caught him at such a rate of knots that he just felt the need to just pull over. Now Ruding Get out of the way of these lap cars, and Strauss gone down the inside, and Slade's lost it. Slade's lost it, come across the track in front of Torborg, and Davis is taking advantage, so Slade goes from first to fourth. Torborg loses a position, Strauss gains a position, and Davis gains 2. Here is Ferreira and Junt. Ferreira with a great debut in Division 1. He'll be very pleased with it. He won't be pleased with that move though, because Junt has gone straight through. Number 66. Halfway through the race now, Ripper and De Grief. Side by side. Into turn 9, De Grief goes deep, and straight around the outside goes the 2010 champion. Now here's Davis. Second place. Oh, he's hit the wall. He's clipped the wall quite hard there. Out of turn 11. That's going to allow Torborg to go through. Torborg nips through. So that's not gone to plan for Toby Davis. Now here is Strauss. He's in behind Corey Slade, who has pitted and had problems. He's now been lapped. If Frey gets out of the way also, Strauss threads the needle. Torborg is right in behind. And here is Toby Davis. Oh, and there goes Toby Davis. Oh, he's hit the wall hard. He's hit the wall hard. The infamous turn 8 claims another victim. Clipped the wall on the inside. Shot him to the outside. Shot him back to the inside. And that's his contention for a win over for this afternoon. And Torborg and Strauss and Torborg make contact. Strauss loses it under the power and spins gently into the wall. Oh, tries straight back into the wall as well on the exit, trying to get out of the way of Slade. Torborg takes the lead, but again, turn 9 has proved to be costly for Florian Strauss. Oh, and here's Davis and Ruskus, and Davis give a nudge to Ruskus in the middle of that turn 1 and 2 complex, and Ruskus has hit the wall. The recovering Davis, of course. And Aries Ruskus struggling now as a result. Now here's Ripper and De Grief battle for 6th. And through goes Gregory De Grief. Must have lost ground during those pit stops, but he's regained it once again. But talk about turn 9 for Florian Strauss. Not been kind to him at all. Last year he lost the lead of the race on the final lap out of that corner. And he's not been kind to him again. And there is Lennon just kind of almost getting out of the way, kind of not getting out of the way because Torborg was lapping him. And now Johnson going around the outside of him. Is contact. Johnson going into the pit lane. No, just avoided the pit lane. Managed to squeeze his way through. Somehow, no big damage there. Lap 57 of 63 now. Schlemo and Carlson. This is the battle for 3rd position. Schlemo down the inside has hit the curb. Oh, he's hit more than the curb. He's hit Carter as well. Carter spins the car back around again. Gets it in gear and gets going. There is Ferreira, who's lapped down to those guys, rejoining. Lap 61 to 63. Carter is caught back up to the back of Schlemo. And Schlemo's going to just let him go through. Obviously making amends for what happened earlier in the race. Oh, and that is Loeffler almost hitting the back of Schlemo also as a result. Schlemo makes amends for his mistake, acknowledges it was a mistake. And now here's Davilar and McGregor. This is the final lap. Down into turn 9. And Davilar's going to do the cutback in the middle of the corner. Great move there from Davilar. Up to 7th. McGregor's had a great run also. That was on the penultimate lap, because this is now the last lap. And Strani and Davilar again the same kind of position, but this time Strani holds the inside. And Davilar's going around the outside. And now has the inside, of course, for turn 11 and 12. And I'll take that. Turn 10 11, should I say. But the winner of the race, taking his first Virtual V8 Supercar win, is Jesper Torborg. Great performance from him today. Looked after the tyres, was quick and consistent, made all the right decisions, and he wins. There you go. There's confirmation of it, ahead of Florian Strauss. 3rd place, Petter Carter. So Petter Carter's finished 5th, 4th and 3rd now. So he'll be looking to continue that progress up through this field. 4th place, Tobias Schlemo. Good result for him. 5th place, Francisco Villa. Great result for the Virtual V8 Supercar debutant, especially considering that role early on, which he got away with big time. 6th place, Gregory De Grief. 7th place, Peter Davilar. 8th place, Eric Strani. 9th place was Ross McGregor. And rounding out the top 10 in the end was the fading Simon Ripper. Next to 3 guys struggling with their tyre wear in recent races. Here are the driver standings. And it's Jesper Torborg who's top with 140 points. 2nd place, there you can see, is Florian Strauss, right in behind the reigning champion, of course. And in 3rd place is Petter Carter. make sure you watch out for the next round of the Virtual V8 Supercar Championship, and that will come live round 4 from Hidden Valley.
GamePod, the ultimate race rig for those serious about sim racing, puts you in the driver's seat with all the controls at your fingertips. Be number 1 on the road, in the race, in the game. GamePod, the choice of champions.
And V8 fans can make sure that they use this promo code when ordering anything off gamepod.co.uk. Any GT2 models are 10% off using that code.